thing. Tournament part 8, round 2, the most badass thing in ever badassery. We got a whole bunch of things going on right now. Did I just realize I don't got y'all's names at the bottom? I think I was trying to do something for something. I don't know, but I'm gonna get that going. But without further ado, check in with Flowbeto.com. How you doing, Flowbeto.com?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. You know, we back here, everything tournament round 8 with Evan Mack doing things. I saw you with that Royal Rumble thing. I saw Jack on the United Wrestling thing. I saw Heidi on the Twitch thing. We all living large right now, man. You know how it is.
We doing the thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jack Farmer, what's going on, man? What's going on with the new job? What's going on? Because I hate when people turk something that's really prominent and important in your life and then reduce it to the word gig. This ain't no damn gig. A gig is doing the show like at the Roxy or something like that. You got a job.
I got a job. That feels so good to say in post 2020. Jack's got a job. Yeah, United Wrestling Network Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by Car Shield. That's the most important part. That presented by Car Shield.
Car Shield.
I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes your finances, they're tricky. Things come up when you don't expect them to. But Car Shield,
hold on, go ahead, big screen. Oh, I removed him.
You.
Whoa.
Go. Car Shield protects you from all of that, so you don't need to worry about things like your car breaking down and giving you trouble. Car Shield helps you keep your finances secure and keeps your car on the road.
Damn, yo, shout out to Car Shield. Damn, Bro's coffee is over. I've moved on to greener pastures. I don't want.
Car Shield's like, yo, you cut us off, though. You cut us off.
Yeah. Yo, Car Shield, I'm sorry. I was just so excited he was cutting the Car Shield promo. I removed him from the stream without trying to blow him up on the screen. Yo, Wheel 5 Stud, Muffin Bro 19, the God was really, really good. Well, Foster, I thought you said you had an appointment. I think it was at a job interview and you couldn't make the tournament.
It's everyone getting jobs with my asses. That was
You know.
But Jack, how's it going though? How's the job going, brother? Charlene was good, boo.
Oh man, it's fun. It's living the dream. You know, I love pro wrestling. I love being a part of that world and getting to be a part of something like that, especially a company like Championship Wrestling that's been around for 10 years and has a history and a lot of talent that comes from there, goes on to big places like the WWE and things like that. It's fun. I'm living the dream. I enjoy it. It's a blast.
It's awesome to hear. Yes, Dylan Matthews, RIP Bro Code 1.
Rest in bro code.
3 minutes in, it's already a storyline. We kill Brosters.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy? Like Bros hit you up like the Brosters versus Car Shield, man. The new like in a main event, brother, for real, man.
I could do without
Jack
coffee,
Farmer's
man.
affections. For Jack Farmer's affections.
It's just like the end of WrestleMania where I shake the hand of Broster. I shake Vince's hand, except Vince is Car Shield. We all thought I was with Brosters all along.
Yo, what up? What's going on, crazy game? Yeah, man, Bro 19 the God, ready for the Super Bowl, baby boy. It's a Super Bowl, man. My favorite game of the year. It's actually a game I want to see. I'm maintained to be a neutral fan of football, and I found out when I started doing that about 10 years ago, I've enjoyed the games more. I don't have a dog in the fight, so it's really fun to just sit back, watch the game, watch the commercials, even though they released the commercials 3 days before the Super Bowl. Remember when it used to be a surprise, a treat, a gift? You didn't know it was coming. And all of a sudden, like, here, watch every single commercial. I'm like, what? No.
Are you doing a live stream for a speakeasy or not?
No.
Okay, I'm not the wrong answer.
It's a national holiday. I'm doing a live stream to sitting my black behind down on the couch and watching the game, baby. A couple wangs, some buffalo chicken dip that I stole the recipe from Josh Tariff. I stole that joint.
You stole it? I knew you would, cause I saw that reaction video. I was like, it's only a matter of time to get that recipe, man.
He gave me in his defense. Shout out to Josh Tariff, who's still on Cameo, but I'm not. But that's neither here nor there.
No, that's here or there.
That's
everywhere in between. Yo, for real, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Yo, Cameo don't give a damn about me at all. And listen, now check it out. Now I'll say this before and I'll say it again. Do I think I'm Cameo worthy? Hell no. But what I will say is there's people on Cameo that I know ain't Cameo worthy.
Weekly show, man.
Charlene Flowbeto, Red Band was on Patreon Live, and I talked to him and checking out some of your recaps. Perhaps I'll turn was it Hinecliffe into a heel
Tony
Beto
Hinchcliffe.
fan.
He's been trying to get me to watch Tony Hinchcliffe for the longest time, and it's not going to happen. Watch it happen. Ain't gonna happen. But if he does my show, it'd be great. Like, I'm a big Tony Hinchcliffe fan. I would sell out Jack Farman style so fast.
Oh
A
my.
couple years ago, I politely requested to Josh Tariff that if I could have his buffalo chicken dip. It literally is his recipe, and he actually gave it to me, no questions asked, no hesitations. Didn't make me run through the gauntlet. Didn't make me ask for a serious question. Didn't ask for any money, and I tried it. It was a hit. I made a slight modification, blacked it up a little bit.
Was it black sauce? What you do?
I just put garlic in it. I don't know.
Okay. That's real hood, dog. Garlic. Oh, no.
I think he added a little different cheese. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Dude, I thought it was a hood thing I never heard of before. He's like, I added garlic.
I was just going to let it ride, baby.
My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
He said, what'd you do? I'm like, listen.
I was curious.
Just a little garlic. I just put a little garlic in there. A little garlic, fresh garlic, little garlic cloves in there, little garlic, you know what I mean? Shout out to Josh Tariff, who's on Cameo, and none of us on this panel are and can't get on.
Nope, I tried.
Nope. I feel like he got on there before it kind of blew up more too. Like I think the criteria changed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, Cameo, if you ever apply, like Evan said, they're ruthless. Like they don't even hit you with an automated you declined. It's just we'll let you know. And then they never get back to you. They leave you on red.
Yeah.
Like,
they let you twist in the wind. That's the only thing I asked for. I just applied for a job at Fox Sports. They were like, kiss my ass. They straight up said it was nice.
Yeah.
But they said it. They were like, we're going with someone whose skills align with better than what we're looking for. I was like, damn.
That's never changed.
That just happened 10 minutes before I got on this thing. But at least that's Fox Sports. They gave me some love, man. But what's it called? But the Cameo's like, submit it. Yeah.
What's funny when you submit it too, like you know how you have those forms that has like in light gray,
that's what I'm talking about, Dylan.
Of what you're supposed to fill in. I love how when you fill in, because I applied to be on Cameo, I'm not gonna lie, and it says how many Twitter followers do you have, and then they'll grade out examples like 400,000, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I don't.
What are we trying to say, Cameo?
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all before we start this thing. I've learned the hard way when it comes to you can almost kill a human being in the town square if you have 1 million followers on social media.
Almost.
Yeah, you can almost murder a human being and get away with it because all they care about is how many followers you have.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. You could tomorrow, if I had 500,000 followers, all these other people I've been trying to hit up and try to collab with something like that, they would be much more inclined to kick it. For some reason, I told you, I knew the world was going to hell in a handbasket. Shout out to Vesper Evil. I knew the world was going to hell in a handbasket when I was at an audition in LA for a film, and they were like, "How many social media followers?" What?
Me?
Wait a minute.
It's the new Juilliard, man.
That's the thing is, Juilliard.
Think of my followers.
Because think about Juilliard. When somebody comes out of Juilliard, that holds weight. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, hey, Evan, I have 600,000 followers. What'd you do? Well, I don't know, but I followed an algorithm and did a couple things. Oh, okay. All right. But Evan, you're a hater. Yes. All you got to do is ask me. If you just ask me how it's fun, I'm a hater. Yes, I'm hating. Yo, Monj. Shout out to Monj at 61 followers, baby.
Hard earned, man. The first 100's the hardest. First off.
Yeah.
Shout out to them 61
what's harder than just as hard as the first 100 though is the second 100, followed by the third 100.
It gets worse. It's all downhill from here.
So Charlene, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. No, I do not do that. I'm gonna stick to my guns, and I'm gonna stick to what the good Lord and every single person that really earned their spot has done. And that's worked and got credentials and grinded. But Evan, that's not how people get famous nowadays. I'm aware. I'm very aware, but there's a couple principles I won't stray from, and that is I'll be damned if I'm typing up bachelor's degree, master's degree, 20,000 followers on Instagram. I'll be damned if I do that.
I'm so glad you said that, Evan, because I feel the same way. I hate that we live in that world where it's just the followers. So I don't put how many followers I have because I don't believe in it, and I don't have very many.
Wow.
So
Oh, that's what it was. It was a haircut appointment. My bad, Will 5 stud muffin. It ain't like you can't tune in on your phone while you're getting your hair snipped. But that's okay.
No,
I'll let
he's
you
got a
go
branch
with
up
it.
hole. He's a stud muffin. Let him be a stud muffin. Right? It's his time.
He's got to make sure that hair gets cut right.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I propose you put the muffin at the end of that joint like next year. Or at least, damn it, do it today. Put the muffin at the end of stud.
I actually didn't realize it wasn't on there until you just.
I know. It push me every time. I'm like, it got to be on there, right? Nah.
Right.
No, it's just a stud, and then I type muffin. That's what we do. I don't have to type it twice, you know? Yeah. All right.
That's just giving well wishes to Will 5 stud muffin and Jim 22. Yo, Monge, I still want to fight you. Don't get it twisted, Monge.
Where is Monge?
I still want to bust his ass.
All right. Monge is on YouTube. I see you, Monge.
Yo, Monge, I still want to whip that ass. Don't get it twisted, baby boy. Don't get it twisted.
Trying to type on all the wrong.
That'll get
Every
you
single week, I check the COVID restrictions of the UK because I'm coming for that ass.
But once we get that up on video, that'll get you the followers you need, Evan. That'll put you over.
If I bust Monge's ass on TikTok, that's gonna be the moment for me, man.
Oh, wow. 50 seconds or less. All right.
Oh goodness gracious.
Oh, you got you up your face?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just responding and chatting.
Oh, good. Let's get the show on the road. Let me find out you ready on time. Let me find out.
Yeah, okay.
That reminds me. Hey, Heidi.
All right. Round two. Okay. So welcome back, everyone. We are now on round 2, and we are going to start with Q, our badass. What is it? With Gadget versus Jason Bourne. Assassin, our badass assassin. He looks like
extra old in this picture too.
He does. I just, I liked it. He looked adorable. I was like, I know you got a gun pointing at me, but I just want to squeeze you.
That is the most unbadass picture you could have found.
Heidi, unhand me.
Vesper's showing love to Big Face real quick.
I mean, yeah, man. That's a dope choker.
It is a choker. It was on my Amazon wish list. Hey, y'all, if you need to tell people what to get you, make an Amazon wish list and make it public, and then send them the link. Yep. And then you get things you want.
Let me tell you something right now. Steve Irwin or Kevin McCall don't go to today. I have a link, and I'm not afraid to. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, Will Fox Stud has the veto still.
The veto?
Jack Farmer
has the other veto.
Still. Being very, very. Mon says Evan gets to me. I'll go to 62 followers.
Get his ass kicked.
Okay. Put your votes in. Dylan Matthews has Born right now. Vote, y'all. Vote. But before you guys do, Flobito, to start off, bro.
God, wow. Okay. So,
I don't know. I was feeling
that's hard, man, because they're badass in their own way. But that's why we having this tournament now. You know what I'm saying? So
badass in their own way.
Jason Bourne on one hand redefined what action stars are in the late 90s. People didn't believe Matt Damon, but they believed him afterwards, or anyone in an action movie. Even Taylor Lautner got an action movie. But at the same time, it's so cool to have that person that sees you, that believes in you, and gives you the tools to kill people. I don't know. I mean, of the two, man, the one that means the most to me has to be Q Branch, because Q Branch not only has to make the gear, the gadgets, they have to tailor it to each individual operative, because 007 ain't operate like 009 and operate like 006. So I'm going with Q, but not by that picture. That picture was really soft. I don't know why you picked that picture. But I'm definitely going with Q Branch.
Yo, the thing about it is the reason why I agree with what you're saying, Flobo, is because with all due respect to James Bond, there's a lot of double O's. Ian just focuses on 007, and it's perceived that he's the better of the agents, but there's a lot of double O's floating around. So what I'm trying to say is, with all due respect to James Bond, is he as badass without Q? Is he without the Q Branch? Because I'm telling you, if you watch the films, man, he literally is dead like 40,000 times without a Q gadget. So what I'm trying to say is Jason Bourne doesn't need Q gadgets. He just does it, man. He doesn't need Q gadgets on. He still cooks. So the reason why I say Q is I couldn't live without Q is because, damn, I think James Bond would be dead a long time ago if it wasn't for Q. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty badass in its own right. So I go Q, Jack Farmer.
I mean, I think we can break it down to one simple thing. One of them is badass with or without gadgets. Both of them are badass with gadgets. One of them doesn't need gadgets.
Fair
One of them doesn't need all that stuff. One of them, based on the pictures, just needs his Hanes t-shirt and he's ready to kill people. The other one, if he doesn't have a tree to hold him up, isn't going to make it to the whatever he's going.
Shots fired.
I think Jason Bourne here in a runaway wins this one.
You know, it's not badass. It's buying Hanes t-shirts for a pack at Target. That's not badass. I do that.
Hey, it's how you wear them, okay?
Yo,
fashion.
Right now, Bourne is whipping Q's ass right now. I'm just putting it out there.
I mean,
I blame Heidi's picture. It was all her fault.
Oh yeah.
Heidi,
To be fair, it doesn't matter.
Yo, he was looking. Listen, God rest his soul. He was looking extra like decrepit on this picture.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Listen, I like that because to me that's how I remember Q. That's quintessential Q right there. OG Q. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter if he was young, handsome Q. You next to jacked up Matt Damon. You know what I mean? It's the aesthetics are all off, man.
The mise scene, yes.
It is just tough though to vote someone who in that situation as the biggest badass next to a guy who beats up everybody around him and runs and jumps off of rooftops and things like that. Yeah, it was kind of Q was behind the 8 ball a little bit just off that picture alone.
I said it before and I'll say it again. You're absolutely right. Well, I say before, I say it again. When it comes to this is the problem when you can get through the first round and then all of a sudden it's like it says NCAA tournament, the Cinderella story, and then all of a sudden here come Jason Bourne and Q sitting there all old looking like
it's like every year you're like, oh man, Michigan State can actually do it. Oh no,
like no they can't.
No. They tried though, you know.
Also shout out to Q for making it to the second round. Q's run is coming to a shout out to Vesper Evil, me, and Flobo for putting over Q Branch.
Mm-hmm. Vesper Evil.
I don't think Q should have made it to the second round even. I've already said Q's a job title. It'd have been
Jason Bourne versus Data from Goonies?
Oh yeah, that's not even a debate.
But this is how you know the right person went through, because we did at least pull some Q votes. He wasn't going to get no damn votes.
Can we at least agree that the picture by picture would have been just as funny?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Matt Damon versus children. That's.
Okay, so what's next? What's next, baby?
Hold on. I'm just double checking because y'all are so very confident.
No way in hell.
You were all very confident. I'm just double checking.
So many balls.
I saw some Qs in there too. There was
like one Q.
There's 3 or 4.
This girl see 4 Qs.
That's why I was like, yeah, y'all were so confident. You only won by like 2 votes.
Those are protest votes.
Oh, you only won by 2 votes.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all were.
Can I get a veto?
Can I get a shout out to Heidi in the pink senpai variant? I just know it's a different color. I like it.
It is. Instead of a beanie, it's a.
That's what's up.
I got a 2 senpai hat. It's all purpose, man. You got to go both ways. Sometimes it's not always going to be hot. You know what I'm saying? I know in LA there's a lot of hipsters that wear beanies 95-degree weather.
That was me in my 20s. I can't make fun of them. It's cool. I was finding myself back then. I'm sorry. I was in Florida with humidity with the beanie.
Oh God. Oh, Florida.
In my defense, those were the last years I had hair. Okay, I was holding on to it as hard as I could.
In your defense, you were still finding yourself. You were in your 20s, still finding your identity. Right. Oh no, Charlene.
But that wasn't it.
In the beginning stages, and we we don't need anybody now. We can, because y'all are in here now. So man, shut up, Dylan Matthews. Shut up.
Dylan and I agree on most things here. I think.
I'm like, only you guys get votes. Anybody you see on the screen right now, unless we bring them in specially, doesn't get votes. Jack used to count as a vote, and then we added him to the logo, and he was like, he didn't get no vote anymore.
I will say this. I would listen.
Trade off.
James Lott Jr. He will be back by popular demand. I think he was busy this time around. He will be back by popular demand. Don't think I forgot about him. Don't you dare think he's gonna be back. I don't want to hear shit from the chat.
It's because of Helen Hunt. Is that why he was so mad?
I also
let
appreciate you, Charlie.
my problem is I let my vanity get in the way. See, it was a smarter move to keep my name off the logo and keep the vote, because then I could impact the actual tournament.
Very, very
but I
true.
saw
If
that
you-
my name could be in bright lights, my image. Of course, I've got to take that. Of course, I gotta
To
go
be
for it.
fair,
I commissioned the guy that charges a little bit of dough to draw you up, and that day was either that moment I lured you in with the logo, or you could have kept your vote.
yeah, I would not turn down a Gambit version myself. That's unfair.
Yeah, I mean,
That is completely
and he's in a
adverse.
3-piece suit. He's a Gambit.
My
In a
vanity.
A gentleman Gambit. You
And
can't
the
knock that.
instead of a card, it's a coffee. Like,
I loved it. I love it. I think that's. I couldn't turn that down.
Oh, can you do this? And he's like, yeah, I can make the coffee like the car. I said, you the best.
He's gonna wear it on his wedding day, guaranteed.
But also, okay, Charlene, I would have chosen Q. My vote doesn't count. I am a moderator, mediator. There's a lot of assassins. I don't need no Jason Bourne. All right,
That's true.
what I would have. That's what
So
I
what-
would have voted for.
What's next on the docket?
Okay, so we.
Oh,
now
this one's crazy.
have-
This one's
Yeah.
crazy.
We now have badass. Oh wait, is that still right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's just weird. Okay, so badass Australian Steve Irwin versus badass British Sherlock. I know it's an American actor right there, but he's playing British for this poster.
I'm not
So-
sorry, or bust.
I was like, yeah, he does. I just wanted to pick a different Sherlock this time. That's
All right, y'all. Now listen. Let me tell you something right now. Hold on for a second. Now. Let me go first, real quick. Now, we got to be careful here. Now, listen. I'm all about emotions and stuff like that. I'm all about you know what I'm trying to say. You know where my heart's at. But I'll be damned if I get Steve Irwin over Sherlock Holmes in this tournament. If this dude ain't the most badass of badassery, it is Sherlock Holmes for many a reasons. He looks cold-blooded in the hat. He can play the violin he does that just to think. You know what I mean? He just plays the violin just to think. He needs Watson though. I go, does he really though? Does he really need Watson? No. Does he really need him? He gets him for medical analysis. What time did this body die? Yada, yada, yada. But if push came to shove and there was a case to solve and you had access to Sherlock and only Sherlock, you tell me you wouldn't call him on the phone? You wouldn't give him a call. I'm like, yo, Sherlock, you bringing Watson? He's like, nah, not for this. I was like, I can't have you. Wow. So what I'm trying to say, if I had one detective for my life, I'm going Columbo, of course. But if I had another detective for my life, it would be Sherlock Holmes in a runaway. God rest Steve Irwin. So you heard me, Dylan Matthews. I want all the smoke.
Look. First off, Steve Irwin, for fun, he would hang out with the most dangerous creatures on the planet. And you're talking about Sherlock Holmes. There's 16 CSI shows that can do what Sherlock Holmes did.
Oh,
there's
hell
nothing
no.
special about Sherlock Holmes. Everyone's doing these things. He's not even the best detective in the world. I think I think you look at Steve Irwin, man, for funsies, he would hang out with crocodiles and alligators, I can't tell the difference. It may have just been crocodiles. Maybe it was just alligators. But the fact is, he would just hang out with them for funsies. It wasn't even like a scary thing. That wasn't even the badass part of his day. It was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wrestle this crocodile before breakfast and then go on to whatever I'm gonna do. Steve Irwin, because he did it so. I don't want to say carelessly, but because he was just like, whatever, I'm gonna go do these things. I mean, that's badass. He wasn't fighting anything. He was just like, I'm just gonna do this for fun, and I'm gonna share my knowledge. I think Steve Irwin.
I don't know what's going on in the chat,
Flowbeetle.com.
but Dylan is threatening to press the link.
I know, yes.
What link is he talking about?
I don't know.
He has no power here.
I don't know. I just keep laughing.
You have no power here.
Listen, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Before Flowbeetle.com goes, you know what's crazy? Because he was so diplomatic and gave his veto to Will Fox Stud. This is the perfect opportunity to have a veto, Australian Dylan, and you gave it away. You just brushed it. I spun the damn wheel. Your name fell because the gods permitted it, and you spat in the face of the Everything Tournament gods, and you gave it away. And now look what's going on right now. Flowbeetle, go.
We have multiple gods in this show. That's
No, I'm just saying, you know when they say the football gods, the everything tournament god, you know what I mean? Like, the fate of the tournament, I spun the wheel and it said Dylan Matthews. That's what was chosen. And as soon as I get this damn Streamlabs figured out, y'all will see that spin wheel, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, it landed on Dylan. Beautiful, beautiful face." But continue.
Yeah, Dylan had a chance.
Kurt Russell is the everything tournament god.
Would you stop with Kurt Russell? He's on in this one too.
It's just different versions of Kurt Russell. That's the everything tournament gods.
Well, but what if you passed away and it was like Jesus like Kurt Russell?
I'm like, oh man, you're my favorite actor of all time. Where am I going?
Like you're in heaven. Like you be mad. You were in heaven, but you be mad. You're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man.
I'm like, Snake, please, kid.
I like how you say Jesus looks like Kurt Russell and not Kurt Russell looks like Jesus.
In my image. This was hard, man, because like Sherlock on one hand, can fight, can play an instrument, help solve mysteries, help solve crimes. Other side, Stephen Irwin basically opened up a whole world of conservation efforts for a whole generation of people.
Yes, sir.
When it comes down to the stories, I gotta give it to Sherlock, man. Sherlock lived in a city where crime was all around him. Yes, solving crimes is voluntary, but it's surrounded by how evil that part of London was in that time period. It's a whole nother thing to go, I'm gonna help animals over there. He could have been not doing that. I don't know. I understand the badass journey is always going above and beyond. When it comes down to wrestling with animals and shutting down drug dealers and hypnotists and people that like steal from fancy people, I gotta give it to Sherlock.
I got to give Sherlock one piece of credit, though. He's literally the only person in history that pulled that hat off. No one else is
cold. He looks cold with that hat.
That's true.
No one else ever.
It's true, and every rendition looks good in that hat.
Yeah. But no one else does. If anyone else puts it on, it's like, what are you doing, man? Come on. Come on.
I love how they even make the joke in the show.
Oh yeah, he was like, "That's ridiculous." But he wears it to get it to be incognito. It's really a nice Easter egg, nice homage to the great Sherlock Holmes. What's it look like? I know it's closer than I think.
It is. So give me a second. I'm trying to.
It's crazy right now.
I'm trying to market us and text people back all the time.
Mine, yeah. Like I said, keep in mind, Jack Farmer has a veto, Will 5 Stud, Muffin has a veto. I'm glad he was able to show up too, just in case he was feeling frisky in the round 2. How much does he love Dylan Matthews? That's the question.
Ooh.
I could be wrong though. Steve could be up for all I know.
Steve could win the whole thing if he gets through.
If he gets through this one could be this is the telltale sign right here. I'm looking at things the way things are shaking out a bit here.
It is interesting how
Sherlock is winning.
Ooh.
Even with I'm texting my 2 friends because they wanted to be a part of this, but always forget that we're at 6:00 on Thursday. So they're like, please message us so we can vote. And I'm like,
or you guys could just show up to the tournament and increase the viewership.
Or else, okay, just put it on.
As long as you do a show, everyone will be doing that. Oh, what time is it? Yo, can you remind me? Yo, for real? It's a sign every week. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Sherlock is winning.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sherlock.
Dylan's gonna click a link though. Dylan says click a link. What link?
I want to see what the link is.
I don't know what this link is either. I don't know.
Is the link to the show?
I want all the smoke, Dylan. So you let me know.
I'm scared.
Of course, Dylan's like, alligators have wider snouts. Of course, he knows that.
Of course, he does.
There's like a family of alligators that live out behind his house or something because he's.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. Among like 16 other things that can kill him probably every day. So he's a braver man than I.
They're not even the most dangerous thing near him.
No, Australian animals, no thanks, man.
Right, I'm all set, bro. I'm all set. I told her when we go visit that wonderful place, I'm gonna be in the highest building possible.
You want to wake up caught in a web? Like what?
I'd rather take my chances of being on in a scaffolding somewhere, like way up in the pen. I'm gonna be in a penthouse somewhere.
Oh my gosh! So my friend Paul said Irwin still not enough votes, but Irwin, he goes, Holmes' superpower was cocaine and an undiagnosed mental illness.
Whoa.
It's true. All true, all facts.
I mean, yes, but whoa.
I mean, that's the rationale to make him a badass, though.
That sounds like an 80s rock star.
Dylan, hang in there, baby. Where you at, baby? Don't leave.
He's like, I'm leaving. He's gonna show up on Facebook. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. When I was thinking about before we started, I said, "Man, I think I'm going Sherlock for this one." But I was like, "We'll see whatever people are feeling." You know, I'm Sherlock. Sherlock has some cachet. He beat Steve. He just beat Steve Irwin in a versus battle. You click.
Yeah.
You click.
I've clicked the link. I don't know what the link is. What is the link?
Yeah. I'm like clenching both of my cheeks. What is
I
going
know.
on with this link? What
The
is
funniest
what
thing
is-
ever is if this whole tournament shuts down, I'm like, yo, I ain't messing with Dylan no more.
Oh, I know, right? He's got juju.
We're gonna
Dylan got some skills, bro. Yes,
we're gonna get notifications. Our bank accounts have all been emptied, and like all this.
What's happening?
Do you know the GIF King?
Shout out to Sherlock Holmes, man. He's gonna be a tougher out than I thought. Good lord.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness
All right,
gracious.
So what's next, big face?
All right.
Australia's
let's
never
see
win
here.
this tournament, and everyone.
Okay, so here we go. I'm putting it through. Sherlock's
Same.
going in.
Wow, Sherlock's gonna be a tough out.
Okay, so, okay, Wheel 5 stud. You said Steve. So, are you vetoing? Because you're late on that.
He can still get it before we read it off the next one. It's on the table.
It's
Yeah, is
it's
it a veto?
football rules. You got to get the next play off before
Well,
timeout.
If that's the
These are-
case,
these
the
are-
Backstreet Boys have never been.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Dylan. Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on?
that's what he was talking about.
Don't get bashful. If you want to come on, I will let you state your case. It ain't gonna matter, but I'm gonna let you state your case.
Well, I don't know
I
if we got
dare
a
you.
veto.
I double dog dare you.
You can't challenge people all the time, cutting pros every week. James Lott Jr., Dylan Matthews.
I like giving people the floor. If they want the smoke, they can have it.
There's gonna be like 100 people on this show.
Come on, yo, Slobo, send them the link, man.
All right, you got it.
Emily.
What up?
Oh, look at look at the chat's encouraging this sucker MC right here. Come on.
Wow, they call
He
us
wants
MC.
the smoke.
Look at it. Give me
You
the
gotta-
link.
You got to be
I'm
careful.
doing it.
You got to be careful with Dylan, Evan, because he's from Australia. Australia, by the way, have you noticed? There's not a single post-apocalyptic like scenario movie in Australia where it's like zombies or Terminators. No one goes and messes with Australia because they know better. The Terminator doesn't go to there because they know they're not going to win.
I agree with every word you're saying right now, and trust me, I fear Australia. I fear all Australians. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I have a healthy respect for Australia, but I'll be damned if I put them over. Yeah, this is pissed. This is a callback from y'all pissing me off of putting the Australian accent over the British accent, which was just poppycock. I love Australian accent, but are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
So Dylan has a link. He's, I guess, logging
If he
on as we
wants smoke,
speak.
he can get the smoke.
I don't know what the smoke is. I mean, an angry Australian will probably put a hex on all of us.
He's allowed to.
They have witchcraft too?
But I want him to direct all his vitriol towards the lovely chat. The chat makes the pick. I'm a man of the people. I'm a people's champ.
You know
over here,
that
man.
level of
Whoa,
Mario
Evan,
Brothers
it
3?
sounds like you're kind of diverting the heat now. You're like, give it to me.
It did sound like that.
He's clicking.
It
Okay,
did
well,
sound like that. It sounded like that. I said, sound like I got shot quick though. You know what I mean? Oh, he's in. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna wait till he gets look. This is crazy. Listen.
I gotta go, guys. You know, it's cool.
Nash.
I think he's like, I'm looking at his face right now. He's setting the camera right now. He doesn't look happy. I'll tell him that. Oh, wait, by the way, there's 8 things. We're doing the first 5, y'all, because football gotta get out of here. Plus, Dylan's about to cuss out everybody on this chat. Oh, he looks like he's set up. Oh, look at him. He looking. Oh, damn.
I said
he got some
Steve
beard
Irwin.
workers. He got that. Yo, Dylan Matthews, what up, man?
I was on your side, Dylan. I tried.
I mean, sorry, man.
It's nice to hear you this time, Jack. I couldn't hear you last time.
Oh, that's right. We got it worked out. Technical difficulties aside.
I can hear you. That's amazing.
Party with the translator.
So listen, Dylan Matthews. What happened was, I don't know if you were watching, but Sherlock beat down Steve Irwin.
He was watching.
Out of Australia. An Australian national treasure was defeated. No, you see.
I just got a message from Terry Irwin. He's rolling in his grave.
I can't
Do a
believe
barrel roll.
He's about to have a baby.
What? I mean, look. Hey, Sherlock is dope, though. It was like he lost the data from the Goonies.
Yo, I ain't backtracking, Marge. I ain't backtracking, baby.
the nerve you people have to say these things about Steve Irwin, the biggest badass in history. Dylan, I am with you on this
Right.
one
Y'all two are
100%.
the
It
worst.
was close. It was close. it's surprising.
Dylan, I want to listen. Do you have anything to say to the chat? Because they the ones that voted. I ain't got nothing to do with this, man. I ain't got no problem.
I'm like, Wheel 5 Stud's the one not using his veto, even though he said Steve. It still didn't help.
Oh, wait. I will ask you this though, Dylan. Do you regret giving away the veto now? Do you regret the giveaway?
Absolutely not. I'm not.
Oh,
okay.
Good guy, Dylan.
He is a good guy.
He's gonna kill you, but he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. So think about that when he's coming to kill you. He's actually a good guy.
I will say this because he was unceremoniously let go. He will be the Lazarus pick at a future tournament. I will say that. Steve Irwin will make a triumphant return as a Lazarus pick.
Thank God,
It's going to be right on everything tournament 10. It works out. Dylan Matthews, that's what I will do.
There we go.
Well, look, Lazarus picks are always important. I'm glad it's not Kurt Russell this time, so I'm fine with it. So don't
There you
get
go,
mad at me.
Steve.
Oh, he's still in there for an ultimate Lazarus pick. So,
But on the plus side,
Come on, Heidi.
really, he is. It's there.
Oh, say that again, Dylan. Say that one more
Sorry,
time.
I'll go back.
My pick was Kevin McAllister, so I'm still in for the Amazon gift card.
You picked
yes.
Kevin McAllister.
Yes, he is. Oh, I forgot to see if anybody's gone yet.
So,
Wait, we five stud.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, you
Wait a
suck.
Oh, he's using it.
Boo. I mean, good job, man. Good job. Good play. You used
Look at
Are you using the veto? Are you using the veto?
It looks like he's
Yes.
using his veto.
He said, Steve Irwin is moving on. That's what he said. I asked, I said, are you using your
God, this can change everything.
So, first of all, Wheel 5 Stud, thank Dylan Matthews. Because if he was on the show, we wouldn't have waited to you to confirm. who went forward.
Absolutely.
Tandem play.
Yeah, way to take your time on that one.
Yo,
We've been talking about this for 30 minutes.
Dylan, before I let you go, do you have anything to say to Will
Veto
Fosted and
card.
this poppycock?
Say it again?
Johan must have got the veto card at the barbers.
Oh, yeah, he got the veto card. He's like, yo, here you go. There you go.
So before I let you go, Dylan, do you have anything to say, man? Because Steve Irwin's moving through because he vetoed Sherlock. Sherlock's gone. He's dead. It's over.
Aussie.
Oi. I
More like,
appreciate you, man. Take it easy, baby.
All right, take care.
Oh my God, Dylan. You know what? You know what's interesting about this funky ass veto I invented?
Yes, Backstreet Boys, continue. Tell me all about this veto thing you invented.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
Because it's old. It hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart.
So yeah, I'm glad you said that, Monge. Very, very apropos. Very Barclays Premier League. Yeah, that was like 101 minute stoppage time right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was like way in the stoppage time.
Fergie time.
I will say this: you can get your veto in before the next thing is read. I will say that, but damn,
Playing fast and loose with the rules there. Just that was like the version of the Price is Right game where the yodeling guy going up, like you didn't know it was gonna fall. He waited till I got to the very tip top and then called the veto.
Like I said,
shout out to
Johan
Dylan
owes
Matthews.
Dylan like a sandwich or something because we were already moved on.
Shut up, Willis.
It's your fault. You should never.
Yo, he's a true heel. Sorry, y'all.
It was a heel move. It was a turn. It was a late cash in, and you know what I mean, right when the person's laying, thinking everything's good, they're laying there all beat up, and here comes the cash in. Steve Irwin moves on, guys. Shout out to Dylan Matthews popping in and stating
I
his
gotta
claim.
change some stuff here. Oh,
You gotta be
goodness
kidding me.
gracious!
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Because we were about to go.
I mean, the right guy won, but
Wow. Not the Vesper of kindness at all.
Yeah, she's the worst. I told you she's very on brand. I'll give her that.
Make sure you
Very
follow her on
brand.
social media, man. Support
Yeah,
the
Vesper. Shout out to Vesper. She got some fang going on of the adult variety. You know what I mean?
I was like support creative arts. I gotta say.
I'm
right.
gonna keep it all the way
Creative art.
100. Let me keep it all the way 100. She got some fang going on. A crazy game. Yeah, Steve Irwin was put through because of a veto by the great Will 5 Stud Muffin. He used his power. That's why we're gonna spin the wheel, and I'm gonna put all you guys' names in the pot and the wheel. Spin the wheel. The next tournament, one veto will be given to you. Vesper had it last time. She used it perfectly. Yeah. So what's the next one, baby? Damn.
Okay.
What are you mad, Jack? What are you mad about?
I'm not mad about anything. Just I'm
He's
thinking about-
looking at the bracket.
Oh, okay.
Trying to study, doing his
I'm doing
there.
And this is like what?
So,
Crazy
man,
game goes no.
Next.
I'm gonna be honest. That veto, even though it was what I was hoping for, it changed the way I was looking at this tournament a little bit. So
Ooh, that's interesting. That's very
It's
interesting.
gonna
I like
be
that.
Steve Irwin mini me. Calling it now.
All right, we have next round. We have Badass in Space Ripley versus Badass Combat Sport Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
Who wants to take this? Jack?
Ooh, I love me some Ellen Ripley. Ellen Ripley's going through. She is one of my favorite all-time badasses, male or female. But the fact that she did it as a female so long ago, before it was like a cool thing to make a female badass, she was just a badass for the sake of being a badass. That was just as badass as everyone else on TV at that time. And it just... I think even to this day, it stands out head and shoulders as a great badass.
Wow.
Mike Tyson, I mean, he's ruthless in the ring, but I mean, has he been able to knock out an alien? I don't think so. Maybe he has in Hangover 4 or something. But
Yo, Vesper, put yourself over, girl. Listen, you'll get to that million, baby girl. You get to that million.
soon enough, and then you can put it on your resume. And then
That's a
callback. But Ellen Ripley here, I mean, even when she had to fight an alien that was too big for her, she just got in that big mech and started wreaking havoc. Ellen Ripley, she's one of my favorites doing this whole thing.
You know what's interesting, man, about what you're saying? Like you said, with good writing, you don't have to pander to either any culture, race, color, or creed. If you write a character well, you don't got to pander. It's just food for thought out there with all this agenda stuff going on right now. Because Ripley back in the day, she was just a dope written character. She just happened to be a chick. Yeah, she happened to be a lady. And nobody was working. Yo, that's a female doing really well. No, she's just really, really badass. You know what I mean? A lot of people in the chat are saying, Mike, I'm seeing that early out the gate. I'm seeing a few Ripley's. Flobo, what say you?
So this one's hard, man. Because
it is. This one is.
The skit in my head had like Tyson being like, "She broke my back. It's broken." But look, you think about boxing, man. For a long time, if you hated the sport, you knew who Mike Tyson was.
Agreed.
It was a nice little slang way of saying somebody was tough. He's like Mike Tyson out there. You can't deny that. The movies, though, Ripley did a lot more damage. I mean, she had a higher degree of difficulty. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's more scary to you? A giant xenomorph or Buster Douglas? You know what I'm saying? Let's be real.
Be real talk.
But like, I think Tyson's so much of a brand that it'd be kind of weird to have him not go forward. So before this was announced, I was thinking Ripley, but the more I think about it, I might go with Mike. I'm gonna go with Mike.
You know what's interesting, man? I'm on everything you said. It makes sense. I'm gonna go with Ripley for everything that Jack said. It makes a lot of sense. I like Mike, and you're right. Mike's a brand. Mike, I can still never take away that little hiccup a few years ago. That little hiccup. We like to gloss over the little hiccup. Now that doesn't make him less badass. I'm just saying that kind of takes away the.
I'm not gonna be funny, but
maybe the biggest hiccup.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe the little hiccup. He was late paying a parking ticket a while back. I don't know if that's what you're referring to.
Disqualified.
Listen. I wouldn't call it a redemption though, Dylan. I wouldn't call it a redemption. I would just call people just let time heal wounds. I wouldn't call it redemption. He didn't redeem a damn thing. He just got in the hangover. That's all he did. That's all he did. Like I say, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The biggest change of Mike Tyson when his poor daughter passed away when he was away. When she accidentally strangled herself as like a toddler, I think, and she died like I think under 2 years old. That was Mike's change. Nobody talks about this shit, but that is what really changed Mike. He didn't just wake up one day and have a come to Jesus moment. He had a terrible tragedy happen to him, and it forced him to rethink about maybe a lot of things, and he's never been better. But we're talking about which one I can't live out in the badassery, man. I just don't know if we even look at female heroines the same way without Ripley. I really don't, man. I really don't. I think she was one of the catalysts or the benchmark of the female hero. You know what I mean? And it was and it's tough. She like laid out the blueprint of it being not just it was way ahead of it. She was way over time, man. And I like all the different Alien movies for different reasons. You know what I mean? I people hate Alien 3, but I like Alien 3. People hate Alien. I like people hate Alien Resurrection, but I like Alien Resurrection. I like Sigourney Weaver in that role, man. And I think she knocks that role at the park for different reasons. She's even different in Alien Resurrection than she was from the original. She like knows her character so well that she even modified her demeanor in Alien Resurrection to make it feel like she's a tad bit off from her clone version of her original self. You know what I mean? So there's so many reasons why, you know. But like I said, you guys both make killer points though, brother. Like it's Iron Mike, man. He to me, he transcended the sport. But after Muhammad Ali, they were looking for the next heavyweight because for some reason in boxing, heavyweights are the ones. You know, the Joe Lewis's of the world, the great Muhammad Ali, even George Foreman, Joe Frazier. You know, these were all heavyweights. And then there was who's the next heavyweight? Mike Tyson for the modern day era was bigger than Muhammad Ali for the modern day era. It's close, but man, Iron Mike, man, he transcended the sport. But I gotta go Ripley. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I knew this one's gonna be tough, man. Shout out to Jake Kalenko. What's up, baby boy? Jake Kalenko got Ripley though. That's what's up. I see. This is
Kalenko.
Yeah, this is you know, it's like I said, I can't be mad either way. Shout out to Jim saying Ripley's getting more votes than I believe than I think, which is really awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if Iron Mike goes through. It's Mike Tyson. He will be a tough ass out if he gets through though.
I mean, yeah, they called him the baddest man on the planet
for
a reason. He was. The guy that was so dangerous and so fast and so great at knocking people out, it almost hurt pay-per-view sales because you knew it was going to be such a short fight. But then, of course, you couldn't miss it because you had to see what happened when Mike Tyson got in the ring. Yeah. But there's something as far as Ripley goes too, as far as who she is, because again, I think she's if it was me picking the tournament, I'd say she's a favorite to go very far. But because she's also someone who, that character, it wasn't her. She wasn't like a war hero in these things, doing these things. She was someone who was trying to do something else and had to like step into that role and be that person. So it's not like when Jason Bourne goes and beats people up. Yeah, it's what he's supposed to do. This was someone who's like, I have to do this, whether I like it or not. I got to protect Newt. You know, I got to do these things. And I think that's a different level of being a badass, is when you're not supposed to be, but you do it anyways.
Yeah, I agree with all points. Monge, one of my favorite British fighters of all time is Lennox Lewis. He's the one that pretty much ended Mike Tyson's career. Mm-hmm. Mike Tyson had no business fighting Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis is a true boxer. He's too smart of a boxer to fall for all that flailing. I'm gonna punch you a bunch of times. Way too skilled. way too skilled. A lot of people fell for Mike's trap because they were scared of Mike. Lennox Lewis wasn't scared of Mike. I like Lennox Lewis. The thing about fighters is, man, my favorite thing about fighters is they're never remembered unless they can talk. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care what you say about the Arturo Gattis of the world, the Mickey Wards of the world. We had a lot of knockdown drag out. If you don't have swag in fighting, it don't matter, man. It don't matter, man. People can say whatever they want to say about the great Conor McGregor. If he came out tomorrow and wanted to fight someone, people would still watch.
Yep.
Because he can talk. Muhammad could talk. Mike would talk. Floyd back in the day would talk. The greats talk. Lennox Lewis like, I'm actually, all right. I'm actually, I'm here for a boxing match, and I'm going to do. I'm trying to hear that, man.
I think it works for him, but you're right. Even someone like Chael Sonnen, who wasn't that great, I was like, I'll see Chael Sonnen match.
He talked himself into a fight with John Jones. He knew he wasn't ready for that fight. But he talked himself into that. He literally was way down the rung, and he talked so much. They were like, "Oh, make that fight." You know what I mean? And I love Lennox Lewis, but I'm speaking from a nerd fighting standpoint. Because one of the best boxers, Monge, you're gonna know who I'm talking about right now, because this is why I love you. I guarantee you know what I'm talking about. If you're a true Brit, you remember Prince Nassim Hamed? If you remember him, let me know if you remember Prince Nassim. That was a terrible accent, but Prince Nassim Hamed was gonna be one of my favorite fighters of all time. He was literally, if I could have created a boxer in a lab, it was Prince Nassim Hamed. He had that cold accent. And but he was the cockiest, most swagged out boxer I've ever seen. He came into the ring and did a front flip over the rope. This dude was everything to me, right? But his skill couldn't back up his talk. You know what I mean? And he started getting beat by easy people, and then he fell down. But that was my favorite fight. Yeah. Monge, this dude was crazy, man. Look up Prince Nassim Hamed. Listen to his name, man. Prince Nassim Hamed. Yeah. And he would come in like he got hit in the jaw one time by somebody really hard. He looked at the camera, broke the fourth wall, and knocked the dude out. I said, "This is the best fight." He said, "It's the best fight I've ever seen." He goes, "Ooh!" He looked at the camera and said, "Ba ba 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 ba." I said, "What is this dude?" The fourth wall in the middle of a match, those kind of guys, man. I miss that. That's what I miss about boxing. One of my favorite fighters of all time, Andre Ward. He just can't talk. I love him. You just can't talk. He's like, yeah, I was really competitive, and I really fought really hard. I'm like, oh Lord, let's move on.
But is that true in any sports too, or just combat sports?
I know combat sports for the most. Like, you're remembered more. People love Dion, but Dion could ball. Dion Sanders. He could ball. Like Shannon, my favorite player, he could talk too. But I think when you're a boxer, you have to sell the fights. You have to sell the fight, and just being good is not enough unless you got the Mexican heritage like Oscar. You know what I mean? If you got the Mexican heritage like Oscar, or it's like Mexico versus Puerto Rico, that fight builds itself. That stuff builds itself, man. You know what I mean? But if I'm wrong, why hasn't boxing ever been the same? It's just
I think when it comes to that, I have this theory that like guys know very little about fighting, but they think they know a lot about fighting. Fighting's one of I think of all things, fighting has the biggest discrepancy of people who think they know a lot versus what they actually know.
Absolutely.
And so I think because everyone thinks they know a lot about fighting, someone who can fight well is an impressive. I need spectacle. I need something more.
You have to. That's the game. Yeah. That's the game, bro.
But guys will admit that, like, hey, I don't know how to throw a football like a quarterback does, so I will more invest into a quarterback who's boring because they're good at something I can't do. But guys, for some reason, we all think we know how to fight. We all think we know. I don't know how to fight, but people got, you know what I mean? Most guys you talk to think they could fight better than they actually can.
Yeah,
and that's why you need to be able to talk.
I agree with you, Jack, 100%. And the thing Manja's saying is in the same in any sport. I agree with Flobo's earlier point, but I kind of don't, because then that's when people say, "Oh, that dude's too cocky. That dude's a cocky football player." Because some of my favorite, there was a soccer player played for Man City, Mario Balotelli, one of my favorites.
Why was me?
But they're like, he's arrogant. I go, why though? He got mad swag. But if he was a boxer, they'd be like, that's that dude. But when he played soccer, like, this is a gentleman's game.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How you have a blonde mohawk as a black man?
How I know it's not the same for any sport. To counter your point, Manja, it's not, because you flip a bat in baseball, they'll try to hit you in the head with the ball the next time.
Yeah,
like you can't have no.
Yeah, that's baseball's problem. The unwritten rules of baseball tells you to be as monotone as possible.
Yeah,
Mike Trout, as good as he is, it will never be crossing over like how we did a generation ago.
So you fist pump in tennis after race, they're like, you showed me up. I'm like, oh Lord. You don't have to worry about that with fighting. You don't have to worry about that. You can say I'll eat your children, and I'm like, 100,000 more pay-per-view sales.
Eat our kids.
Because with fighting too, the other side of it is that even if you hate that person, then you pay to see them get beat up.
Yes.
So it goes both. It works in both ways.
Floyd thinks he moves the needle because everyone likes him. No, Floyd moves the needle because 50% hate him and 50% like him. They want to see him get knocked out. He's like, I make money. I go, because half people paying to see you get dropped.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yo, baby, what's next, baby? Who's win? Who won?
So as you guys were talking, the reason why I was quiet is because I was waiting for a vote to come in because it was tied. So Ripley was the last vote that I got.
Oh, wow.
Ripley was the last vote. Yes.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yo, Ripley has beaten Mike Tyson.
Wow.
I'm huge on that. Yo, Manj messaged me earlier.
Couldn't save him.
Yeah, Manja's out of the
Manj messaged me earlier. He was like, Ripley's gonna win. I go, ain't no way in hell Ripley's winning that.
I can't believe it, but I'm really happy about it. Like I said, I have all the time in the world for Ripley. So
I see how it is. Once Flobo picks Tyson, he doesn't win nothing. I see how you on the chat. Y'all messed up, y'all. I'm just all right. Cool. Continue.
So we got Mike. So we got damn. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
Ripley going through.
The first toast is overrated. No, I'm just kidding.
I think we can get these last two more in before Flo was the dip. I think we can get them.
Okay, so we now have badass cop John McClane versus badass 90s TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Which one can you live without?
We got Heidi did that for me because that's the only Buffy I recognize. Shout out to her. Shout out to Boo Thang right there. Look at that chisel jaw. God rest his soul. Luke Perry, baby. Yeah, this is interesting. So I can take any Buffy you want who gives it's take Sarah Michelle Gellar like everyone does. Everyone forgets about Boo Thang. But does Boo Thang have Paul Rubens in her stuff? She don't. But
She
anyway,
doesn't.
you know what, man? It's gotta be John McClane. I gotta stop being silly now. I can't be silly. I can't be too because I said before, this is not my girl Buffy with Donald Sutherland and Paul Rubens running amok, Rutger Hauer running amok. This is not that. This is the 90s TV show. What's that dude I hate? What's his name? I forget his name. What's the name of the show, baby?
Xander?
Yeah, I hate that dude. Now walking around like a little punk. Like Buffy, like me. I'm like, shut up. But
you're in the friend zone, sir. I'm sorry.
Hey, Flobo's mic argument is what swayed me. I shout out to James. Shout out to Shane.
I know he came in. That's what happened. He came in and I was like, oh, Ripley won, and then he came in and I was like,
tied it up.
Jim, get out of here.
I gotta go. Listen, I gotta go because this is about what badass person you can't live without, and it's all about who's bad. They're badass for different reasons. But I'm like, come on, John McClane gotta be that dude, man. He gotta be that dude. I'm sorry, it's not his fault. He doesn't hunt vampires, but let's be honest. If he did, he'd do all right.
Die Hard 6 is vampires now?
I like John McClane's chance against a couple of Nosferatus. You see what I'm saying? I gotta go John McClane for like I said, Flobo made a great point of when we first brought him up about transcending the action comedy or the action cop, the way he kind of like I said, put it like this. My favorite thing about it, I said it before, it's that he takes damage, man. Mm-hmm. Like I hate action stars that don't take damage. It just doesn't make sense. You can take damage and still win. Like I don't understand what you have to take. It's like being in a Hell in a Cell and you don't bleed. I'm like, that's kind of silly. That's kind of silly. Like so you go through an entire match with terrorists or whoever, and you don't get scraped. John McClane gets his ass kicked, man, and he's like the last man standing. And I've always loved that angle. I'm telling you, I wouldn't like him as much if he was just like, meh. You know what I mean? Like he walks around the end of the fight, he's like his arms like dangling like this. You know what I mean? Like I always those images always stick in my head. That's what makes me he resonates with me for an action star and being badass because of that taking damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always say he's the guy that like at the end he's like I won, and you go, did you though?
Charlene, I agree every word you're saying right now. I agree with every word you're saying right now.
Charlene's right.
You've ever said.
So I got a vote over here for Buffy, and it said half my vote is for Xander. And I said, Evan just talked crap on Xander. And he said, yo, he is stepping in a world of pain. He said, Xander is my GD spirit animal. This is a personal attack.
That has to be Paul.
You already know Paul. You already know Paul.
Yo, Paul, if you ever have the stones to hop on this program, you could argue kids. Because the thing about Paul is he's very charismatic and very beautiful.
But stop fighting our fans, y'all.
I just don't realize it. Wait a minute. I just the James Lott thing sparked something in my mind. If anyone ever has the passionate smoke and they want to state their case instead of typing their little keyboard, y'all can come on with it.
Oh, well, man.
I just said Evan said he wants the smoke.
2 to 3 minutes of fame, and you can go. I can get this, but I'm not gonna just let you attack me via text. Xander is a chump.
Speaking of Xander, I don't know who Xander is, but I will echo what Jay Kalenko says in the chat.
Transition.
John McClane ran across broken glass. I want you to stop for a moment and just imagine Buffy having to run across broken glass with no shoes on. I don't think she does it. I think she finds another way.
Buffy would.
I think, but John McClane, he just does it. Like he doesn't even deal with the glass till later. He's like, I'm gonna run over this broken glass. I'll deal with the fact that my foot's bleeding all over the place in a little bit. The fact that he's fighting people with no shoes on in the first place is badass. He could have hid in his room and never come out. He could have hid somewhere and just been, look, the police will get here. He shot at the police just to get their attention. I mean, that is exactly what being a badass is. I got to go John McClane.
That's not bad. That's him on vacation mode. He in LA, he wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't badass. I'm torn. If Die Hard ended at 3, I would say, yeah. But, like, everything we liked about Die Hard, he was doing himself in 4 and 5. So I'm like, I don't know. Because I looked at the Buffy series. Buffy gets more badass the more years go on compared to the movie, which was like, vampires. So, to me, it's closer. I see why people pick McClane, but I'm going to pick Buffy. Because she saved Sunnyvale how many times? Multiple times? I guess it's an unpopular opinion on the panel, but all right.
I was like, wait, I lost.
Whenever you're ready, Mons, because I've been trying to see what you look like for the longest time. I'm
Try
scared.
He's gonna hire Amos from Raw. Watch.
Oh God!
Yo, Evan.
I hit him up to see if he would hit me up. I was like, "Yo, bro, you look, you be dressing clean." He's like, "Thanks, brother." I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up."
Man,
You gotta
he's
give
a-
the brother prize. He's looking because he's a big boy to dress you know what I mean, to find some clothes that fit and it's fit well. You know what I mean? He looks he looks great, man.
I was
He's
gonna
gotta
say
have
he
it tailored. It's gotta be specially made, right?
Yeah, I mean, he has to. It's I'm gonna tell you something. I kid you not. Like I said, the few people that I've ever met in person, this dude is bigger than you think he is. Actually, you know what I mean? He's a legit 7'2" and some change. Like when I did the brother dap thing, head goes in the middle of his chest like a little baby. He like cradled me like a baby. So now the second time I seen him, I go off to the side. Now I go off to the side.
Okay. Dude, I get vertigo seeing him on TV. I don't know how to be like in real life.
Well,
Charlene,
see him again.
What you mean Buffy based spinoff? So what?
He's going after everybody. That thing's coming out to the show, everything tournament.
I'm
Want
scared
the smoke? Hit me up at Evan. Like, yo.
Follow, like,
They know
subscribe,
it's all love.
There's gonna be a line next week, Evan. You know, right?
They know it's all love, man. Listen, they know it's all love. Truly, they do. They can hear it in my tone. But I want all the smoke.
There's gonna be a line next week. Send the link. Hit the link.
Yo, you know what's pissing me off is looking. I don't know how to carry the two. I'm not good at math. It looks like I see a lot of Buffies. It's like a whole lot of Buffies.
Playing vampires.
It's almost.
You know what's crazy?
Almost a runaway.
Do you hear that? Did you hear
Really?
that? Did you hear that? It's a runaway against John McClane.
John McClane, who surfed on the back of a jet fighter at one point, isn't badass enough to beat a high school girl. What are you guys
Someone's
thinking?
trying too
She's
hard. It's
extra-
John McClane.
She's extra strong. You know what I mean? She could probably actually kick his butt with it.
I would like my chance. I'll take John McClane and Buffy in a one-on-one fight all day long. All day.
You're saying John McClane's trying too hard. He's trying to enjoy Christmas with his family.
Yes, and that non-Christmas movie. You're absolutely right.
And he has to get into a fight just because he's trying to enjoy Christmas with his family. Buffy's like, I'm gonna go fight vampires just to be popular at school. She's the one that's trying too hard.
Do you know who this is? This is the guy that has that Kia Spectra and revs it hard on your block. You ain't impressing nobody, McClane. You whack. Go Buffy.
John McClane fought half of New York with a hangover. I don't care who you are. That's badass.
So no, Manja can't be because they're about to meet up in the next round. So that's not happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna test all you haters in the chat. All you haters.
Again, if you want the smoke, hit up Evan at Evan T Mac on social media.
I want it all, man.
Like, comment, subscribe.
The guy that can't get on Cameo to save his life. I told you once again, am I worthy on Cameo? No, nobody gives a damn. Ain't nobody gonna pay $5 to hear me say what's up to them. But let me tell you something, that don't mean y'all shouldn't put a brother on, because there's a couple people on there that shouldn't be on the damn thing.
And they're charging
Washington.
There's gonna be some kid in Indiana. Whoa. I mean, I agree. But there's gonna be some kid in Indiana and be like, yo, can you give me a rap like you did Roman Reigns? Give me a Drew McIntyre rap. I mean, come on.
Drew McIntyre rap. Yeah, here's $5. Can you make me a Drew McIntyre rap?
No.
Just produce a whole thing for me.
It took me 4 days to write that thing to connect all the way with Drew McIntyre. No.
It was dope. It was dope.
Fresh out of retirement. I just
Lee.
gotta have to state the case that there's more than one person that can rap. I just gotta state the case.
I hear you. You and Josiah was hot.
Yeah, listen. Well, that's another story for a different day, man. But can you do, Cammy? We're gonna listen. I said, listen, Charlene. They don't Cammy. Listen, you know, I'm not even gonna lie because I'm petty when it comes to this. I don't give a damn about Cammy no more. Cammy don't kiss my ass. I'm good. I don't want them on there now because what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if I really do break in something else? Let's say I get this huge thing and I get my dream goal and I move on to bigger, better things. And Cammy's gonna be like, Evan, I'm gonna be like, nah, we good, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, we good, bro. I'm going on.
That guy from The Office made $1 million last year.
Well, that's the dude from The Office, though. He's the worst character on the show, but it's the dude from The Office, though.
He spilled the beans that one time. That was funny.
Office has a lot of cachet, a lot of clout, man. So I wasn't surprised when I heard that because that show is people think it's better than what it is, and he's terrible in that show. He's absolutely terrible. He's horrible. He's not made me laugh one time in that old show. He's not funny. He's not a funny guy. But yeah.
Damn. So if you're a cameo, what the smoke?
Funny.
Oh, holla at your boy if you want to smoke. Everybody want to smoke. Call Evan Mac.
Cameo, smoke. Yo, we all got denied by cameo, so I want to see what happens.
I want to point out this chat who I love. Y'all are very eclectic. Y'all really are, man. Y'all put Buffy the Vampire Slayer over John McClane. Straight up.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And I do think that has upset Jack's plans. I know it has, actually. It has to.
You know what? You told John McClane. John McClane came back like Jordan with the Wizards. He should have done that. It should have been a done trilogy. It should have been something else.
You know me. We talked about this before, but I'm all about trilogy. It's the lost art of the trilogy. Don't tell me how much money the movie has made, yada, yada, yada. It's the lost art of 3 films. Done. It's not like Harry Potter. Harry Potter has books on top of books. Die Hard should have ended with a vengeance. Period. Point blank. We're done. But all this, we make money. It don't matter. Is your story going to suffer because of the money, though? Is your story gonna? Oh, Evan. Oh, that Dumb and Dumber 2 never should have happened.
Oh, that was bad.
Wait, the real number 2 or the
not Dumb and Dumber, the one the sequel with the OGs. No, never.
That was so disappointing. That kind of hurt my view of the original Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
So bad.
It was so bad because it was lightning in a bottle, just like old school was lightning in a bottle. Don't do old school 2. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
That said, I like Die Hard 4. I don't care. Judge me. I liked it. I had fun. It was a stupid movie, and it was enjoyable.
Jordan with the Wizards wasn't a bad Jordan. It just wasn't the Jordan I was used to.
It wasn't a Jordan of old. 100%. He still dropped like 19 points a game, so it's still Mike's still balling. What's the next one, baby?
Well, update. Jay Kalenko is out of the Amazon thing.
Ooh.
Dang.
I'm sorry, man.
Jay Kalenko.
Wow. Okay.
Give you some more Lumpias free next time.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's messed up. Yeah, I had the Lumpia thing in Pennsylvania. I'm here chilling in LA.
Sorry.
I'm all this
is the last one. This is my favorite one of the day. I'm excited to see what people think on this one. So y'all, please stick. I'm glad y'all hanging there with us. This is the last one. We're gonna end on this one because I said we gotta end on this one. This one is spicy. I want to see what you guys think.
And also, I would do Lumpia if it didn't cost like $1 bajillion to mail it. I had some orders in Florida too. They were like, send it to Florida. I was like, yeah, if you want to spend like $40 on shipping.
Lumpia takes time too.
It's a highly original.
That's a work.
Yeah, it did. It took a long time.
It's not like scrambling eggs.
No,
it takes
craftsmanship. Yeah,
we did over 300 something Lumpia. My friend Veronica helped, and
shout out to the boot thing.
Yeah, she in the beginning you could tell it was like she was herself, and then she was like, "I am now honorary Filipino" by the end because it's like they got better.
Charlene, absolutely not. He should have left Clerks alone.
Clerks.
Clerks is what made Kevin Smith a household name. He made that movie $50,000. He made it black and white because film back in the day cost a lot of money, so he made it black and white. He put all his friends in it. He wrote a great film. Leave it alone.
So true.
Leave it alone, bro.
James
Alabama again. I'm like, leave it alone, bro.
We now have.
Oh, this is spicy.
Badass under 18. Kevin McAllister
U18.
versus leather-clad badass Xena, princess. What? I don't know how to do that.
All right, now listen, y'all.
Can I go first here, man?
Oh, please.
This is not hard. They've been hard decisions all week.
Oh.
Kevin McAllister will be decapitated in the first 10 seconds as he got to a room. Come on. Look, I like Home Alone. Home Alone 2 was the movie I was obsessed with. I had the lunchbox. I had the survival guide. I asked for a talk boy for Christmas. But I'll be damned if Kevin McAllister somehow beat Xena Warrior Princess.
Look what just happened last round.
Come on, man. No, it's Xena the Runaway, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason Kevin works is if he's going against numbskulls and idiots. But if he has the warrior princess coming to his house, he's going to be done before his first trap goes off. He's going to be sitting up there at the top of the stairs with his paint bucket on a string, ready to drop it, and he's just going to hear the la, 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 in the background, and he'll be like, what's that? And then, boom, his head's gone because he got hit with a little circular throwing thing. Done.
Well, Charlene, they made a Clerks too, baby. You gotta watch it. It's really bad, baby. You gotta watch it. It's terrible. You have to watch it.
Clerks, as Rosario Dawson, but that's about it. That's
the boo thing of the millennium, but that's neither here nor there. But you gotta watch it, Charlene. That's how I know it's trash because you didn't even know they made it. It's trash.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
It's in color for one.
It's in color now. Now it's in color. I'm like, just leave it alone, bro. You know
the
what's
cartoon was good
interesting?
though.
His movies got too pop culture too.
Jay actually remembered the premise of the tournament. They ain't fighting. They ain't no fighting. This is who's the most badass for the reason that they're badass.
Kevin's not fighting, that's for sure.
Well, listen, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay because Kevin McAllister's gonna get through. I know it. I have the faith that Kevin McAllister of Home Alone. Now listen, now who's more a badass character? Of course, Zena's a little more badass, because it's who's more badass in her realm. In her realm, yes. But I can't go. If Zena came to Kevin's house, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. But like I said, Kevin McAllister in his world, with all due respect, my black ass under 18 is not beating these dudes. I would have been shook, man. I'd have been hiding under the bed, man. I'd have been like, Mama, where you at, Mama? I would not have been as confident and as much swag as Kevin McAllister. I would have been scared to do the fake pizza order thing. I'd have been shook. You know what I mean? I was a good child. I was an introvert. I was bullied. I was picked on. I was ridiculed. I would not have had the skills, the moxie, the determination, the resolve that the great Kevin McAllister had. What the hell are you looking at, Jack Farmer?
You just spent an hour challenging everyone on planet Earth to a fight, and I'm supposed to believe that you wouldn't stand up to these guys?
Wait a minute. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm talking about 36-year-old grown old-ass Evan Mag. Yes, I've come into my own. Young, introvert, picked on, not sure of himself, little version of Evan that's aged of Kevin McAllister. Absolutely not. I'd have been shook.
No, I don't believe it. I imagine, by the way, you as a child, I imagine your head exactly the same, but on a smaller body. I imagine yelling out, I want the smoke! I want the smoke!
Wow.
You wouldn't have done any of the traps, because when they were out front, you would have walked out the front door and stared smacking them around. That's what you would have done.
I really appreciate the sentiment. I was a shy kid, though. I appreciate you, though. I'm keeping it all the way 100. I'm keeping it all the way buck with y'all. Like the reason why I always love Calvin. That's the very reason why I love Calvin McAllister. Because I wouldn't have did that. I know it. As a kid watching those movies, I would have been like, yo, this is pretty dope. Because as a kid, I always used to do scenarios in my head. What would I really do? Because of Home Alone. What would I really do if two people try to come in to kill me? Because it's a very sweet movie, but what's lost in the film is they're trying to murder this kid.
I mean, they're not trying to mess up the bag, though. They mess up the bag. Why not?
They're trying to murder.
Trying to murder that kid. Yeah, I'm trying to eat.
Plain cheesecake. You know what I mean? Jay Kalenko, what's up, baby? Plain cheese pizza, baby.
That's not bad. Plain cheese isn't badass.
Plain cheese. Okay, fine. So Jay Kalenko said they're not fighting, and I agree with that. But the thing is about, and again, I love Home Alone as a kid. I think all of us had that phase. Of course. We're making traps around the house. Mom and dad's like, "The hell you doing?" You know. But both times, or I'm assuming the Kevin McAllister movies, so 1, 2, and 4, he had to take an hour and a half to plan, right? The time he takes to think of something that's even in the badass realm, Xena would have acted already with bravery, with resolve, and with compassion for her enemy after she kills him. You know what I'm saying? Even on that level, without a fight, I still have to give it to Xena.
Compassion after she kills them.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I did.
Compassion.
I'll make sure you land gracefully.
I just had to argue for Kevin because I want people to be clear. This ain't about, come on, this is Xena. She said, damn, she got resurrected. You come back like the Revenant, man. Ain't nobody too many people messing with you. You know, and what I'm trying to say is, like, somebody gotta give. Jay Kalenko fails me, you know what I'm saying? But this is Xena the Warrior Princess. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I get the Kevin McAllister thing, and I get that it's not all about winning in a fight per se.
It's not.
That's part of it, though. I mean, there's a little bit of that in there. You know,
we set the premise up because that would change the whole tournament. Like, because
Leo would have been one. Yeah, Leo would have won this already.
Yes, Charlene is. We don't want to talk about the parent neglect. That's a different tournament because Lord have mercy. Yeah. She should put in jail for 30 years for what she did. Right. She did it twice.
Twice. That's not counting after all the other movies that they redid with him.
And Hamilton 4.
Hey, James, I don't want facts getting in the way of my argument. Please stop. Will you please stop?
Kevin's scared of the basement. That's true. He's scared of the furnace.
I would like to point out he's a damn child. That's what makes him badass. He's a child.
If you killed off Katniss Everdeen,
wasn't he scared of that thing in the basement? Yeah, as he was still going to work.
I'll be honest. I was a little worried by that furnace too.
That was a weird furnace.
They should do a Cobra Kai style show about what Kevin McAllister is doing today.
Serious.
Preaching. I've seen Home Alone at least once every year since inception. I can count on one. Well,
Oh, so you watch it more often? He's more badass. What kind of?
that's a
thumbs
terrible.
down. I need
That's
the thumbs
terrible. Terrible. What a terrible argument. What a terrible.
Wow.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
I eat hot dogs. I eat hamburgers more than hot dogs, but that don't mean if I see a delicious hot dog, I won't pick it up and nibble on it.
I can't do them, man. I can't do hot dogs. I can't.
You know what's interesting? I haven't had one of the reason why I love hot dogs is because I don't have them often.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So when it's on that grill at that cookout, Lord, and it has that char on there.
Oh, the char.
Oh my!
So this is gonna show how poor and or hood I am.
Lord.
So hot dogs were breakfast food. That was when the mom went to the store and go, I got some hot dogs in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
the freezer.
at a party, I'm like, but those are in my freezer. Why would I?
I remember that. No, I like your logic. I like
Yeah.
your logic. Just listen, there's a lot of things I don't eat because we ate it when we were broke. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Potato bread is one of them. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
I'm like,
Oh,
I like
really? Because that's kind of expensive now, potato bread.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Yeah.
Ironic.
It's funny how things
was
change,
not
'cause Spam's expensive now. I'm like, damn, Spam was cheap as hell back in the day.
Yeah.
Spam was cheap. Yo,
Yeah,
hey,
for
who's
me,
winning?
hot dogs are always a special thing. Like, you're at like a baseball game or something. So I get what you're saying, but
You know what I mean? Because you don't eat them like every day, Jack. So like, I can't literally. It's been a few years since we've.
Yeah,
had
we don't
hot
buy
dogs.
them on purpose because we'll just eat them.
On purpose. Oops. All these
They're so
No,
damn
we will
good,
just
man.
eat them.
put these in here.
They're so damn good. Look, we see
Like-
these
No, they're good. I just think of them as breakfast food.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what's in there? Shut up.
Yes. It's
So
awful.
it's
I don't
delicious.
wanna know. I don't wanna know.
I've learned you don't want to go down the route of what's in there with anything. I've learned. Just
Yeah.
leave it alone.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Let's not all be Alice real quick. We're good. It's all good. Yo, babe, who's winning this? Is it Xena? Is it Xena?
It is.
Strong.
By a good amount, actually.
Oh, Dylan's gonna be mad.
Xena got respect. Oh, damn, Dylan's done.
Oh man, Dylan should have saved that.
Oh, it's interesting because he had a veto. Interesting.
Oh,
Very interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Very interesting.
He had a veto, didn't do it. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Maybe not give away the joy and the gift and the honor so cavalierly.
the honor.
You giving having celebratory hot dogs right now. You gotta stop.
Yo,
You played yourself.
That is the Xena Warrior Princess, man. We about the boogie, man. But yeah, that's crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 7 to 5 or something, 4 or something, 4 or something.
Yeah, like, and she did it. And she did it in her Canadian accent too. Shout out to Vesper Review, real quick.
Eh?
Women dominating is mandatory.
Eh?
Eh,
Yes.
sorry.
No, listen, Fancy's not going to use his veto.
Nope.
He's a very strategic veto user. Miss Charlene, I'm telling you right now, you don't know when it's coming, you don't know why it's coming, but it does come.
Wait,
It
what
does.
did Jack pick this time? What's your pick?
I will say this: that
Xena.
I thought I had it ready. I thought I knew what I was going to do with it, but
Will
today's
5 stood. Will
today's
5
changed
stood.
some things. You know,
Yeah.
Will 5. I now have to reassess.
But you picked Xena, so.
Oh, he did.
Keep it down.
Can't win that way. You can't sneak by 2 wins back to back.
Oh hell no! First one we good. The second one you're gonna. So okay, so we got so quickly we got so for round 3 so
Dylan's
far.
out though. Yeah, Dylan's out of
Yeah,
the.
Dylan's gone.
He's out of the Amazon thing.
So yeah, so for right now, third round is setting up so far. It's Jason Bourne versus Steve Irwin, and and Ripley versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then Xena's through, and Xena will be going against either Laura Croft or Miss Onatop from Golden Eye.
Xena Virginia.
That's interesting, y'all. That's actually interesting. That's very interesting. You guys, I appreciate y'all for joining us. I gotta get Flow up out of here. Flowbeater.com. Put yourself over, brother.
Yeah, man. You can book me live to be your MC or host at flowbito.com, FLOBITO.com. And I'm on a bunch of other shows. Learn about that at newamsterdam.com, KNEWamsterdam.com. And donate to K-Poppin'. Evan T.
right.
Matt's going to act it up. K-Poppin', locking, all that good stuff.
Yeah, Jack Farmer, my brother. What's going on, man?
Yeah, you can find me at Real Jack Farmer across all social media. You can also check me out on the United Wrestling Network's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood every single week on KDOC or on Fight TV. It's free. Why not? Check it out. Go give it a watch. Lots of great stuff. We had the NWA World's Championship on the line last week, and this week we got plenty more for you. So do yourself a favor. Check it out and check out Car Shield. Why don't you?
I got a card in my shield.
Let him know. Let him know.
We all need car shield.
Yo, big shout out to Car Shield, baby. What about you, Big Face? Go.
You can find me anywhere at pinomac.com. That'll take you to lots of places. And also go to K-pop and do a pledge. We need follows. So even if you can't pledge,
Oh yeah,
follows and
important.
shares really help out. So just go to Seed and Spark.
Yep.
It's .com/fun/K poppin', but it's like there's a dash
too much.
there.
Go to Season Spark, just put K-pop in there. It will pop up.
Yeah, you'll find it. Go to Season Spark and find K-poppin'. Dad.
Oh, and shout out to Jay Kalenko. He gave
Yes.
my wife a lovely gift. He literally gave her a bag of
It was
Pinot
awesome.
Grigio and mac and cheese and said, Pinot mac and cheese.
That's a pun.
Oh,
Very
that's fun.
dope. Very, very, very dope. Dylan Matthews, Broco one is dead. Damn, that joint's gone, man.
Car shield money, baby. Car shield.
I rebound. Quick.
He upgraded though. That's an upgrade.
That's an
Car
upgrade.
shield, man.
Bros is all mad now,
Sponsored
kicking
by
cans in the
Veto.
road.
Yep, and appreciate all y'all in the chat, man. For real, man. From Charlene to Jay, of course, man. What's called Dylan Matthews, Mon, Charlene, crazy game. Vesper of EV, James DeSanto, my man. Appreciate you, baby boy. Gem, Wheel 5, nothing. Listen, I appreciate y'all for all joining us, man, and keeping these votes going, keeping everything going, man. Every T-Mac, Instagram, man, Twitter, y'all. Go on that Seeds Bar, get up K-pop, and I don't give a damn. You get just follow it because follows. The more follows, if you get 250 follows, you're in the line for like a grant. And they might just pay for the whole damn thing. So 250 follows is almost more important than the guap. So I appreciate all y'all, man. Shout out to Kevin McAllister. You will not be forgotten, gone but not forgotten. Next week I'm about to go create a loophole with giving myself 2 more vetoes and just mess this whole tournament up.
Damn.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh yes, for future reference, if anybody really does, if they feel so passionate about their little funky ass picks, just I'll have Flobo send you the link. James Lott Jr. started something to me. I'm just tired of all y'all talking. Stop typing. Just come on in. Put your face on the camera. Be heard. Be counted. I'll give you 2.5 minutes to state your case. 2.5 minutes is all I can do. So I can't take time away from all the hosts, damn it, because I love them.
2.5 minutes is longer than you think it is when you sign on, by the way. So
When
be ready.
When you're on an island all alone, I challenge all y'all because it's all cute and fun until I send you the link. Let's see. I like Dylan. Dylan wanted to smoke. He wanted it. He came and brought it. I appreciate that, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all know, listen, hugs and kisses, man. Love, peace, chicken grease, a hot comb, and some grits, man.